I am so good at tennis, even my compliments are backhanded. That's how awesome I am. And like, I want to be famous someday too. Like, maybe not from comedy, but from at least sleeping with enough famous people that it rubs off on me. Like, I started my journey already by going to the Mid-Ohio Comic Con and meeting Lou Ferrigno, TV's Incredible Hulk. And as I was standing there talking to him, he shook my hand 3 times. And walking away, I remembered that the human body loses like 7 layers of skin every day. So I probably had like an ample amount of his hand left on my hand. So I went back and masturbated. Because I figured like the closest I could get to having sex with Lou Ferrigno was being jerked off by his dead hand, right? But the good thing was it turned my wiener green. I guess Lou Ferrigno's made of copper. I don't know. It's weird. I know, everyone loves a story about a happy ending, right? I also slept with Tiger Woods. I was number 13, the one that didn't make it on the calendar. Hoping he'd play my back 9, but it's only like 4.5 or 5 tops. I'm not letting kid yet. Yeah. Now I love technology. I got an iPhone from Obi-Wan Kenobi, even though it wasn't the droid I was looking for. And I got a Kindle, too, because I love books. But what I didn't realize is that the Kindle is actually going to destroy books as we know them. Because like, I can download anything in print on this little handheld device. So now like the only thing that I can get at Barnes & Noble that I can't download is that smug feeling of superiority you get when you're sipping a $16 coffee and making fun of the plebeians for not having sense and sensibility. And like, even the word Kindle means to burn. Like, how cocky do you have to be to name your product after what you're going to do to your competition? So, in a poetic gesture of irony, the very first book I downloaded on my device designed to burn books was Fahrenheit 451. And then I downloaded Lolita on PDF, which oddly enough does not stand for pedophile. And I'm noticing that people are acting like this. You know, and that's sad, because these are good jokes, and they die for your freedom, people. You have to read these classic novels. You know, if you don't read old books, where are you going to get new ideas for TV shows? Those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it in syndication. There are people out there in the world that think Pride and Prejudice are what the Tea Party was founded on. Or that Sarah Plain and Tall was the governor of Alaska. And this is why the Wealth of Nations is on clearance. Once great literature, now great litter. Sadness. What else did I plan to do tonight? I don't remember. Oh man, I saw the DDR machine in the back. I'm totally psyched about that because I found this new mathematical formula that's going to let me recycle my dance steps to reduce my carbon footprint. I call it my algorithm. Now you guys have been a really awesome audience. I'm glad you came out here, really attentive. You haven't been too bored and pulling out your cell phones or anything like that yet?
I'm recording.
Well, that's fine. As long as you're not a lot of comics get mad when people start texting during their show, and like I don't. You know, I just pretend that you're not bored. You're just tweeting my punchlines like I'm a new episode of Glee. But probably the weirdest distraction I've ever had doing comedy was at a coffee shop down here in Cincinnati. And there were a group of elderly women who were sitting at the table knitting. Just going to town in a little sweater, right? So I made the mistake of saying, wow, I've never told jokes to a bunch of knitters before. And they got pissed. I don't understand why. It's not like I was up here saying filthy knitters ruin everything. My grandma crochets, and she doesn't like knitters. But I don't have a problem with them. And so the one knitter, I think her name was Pearl, speaks up. And she says, that's not funny. It sounds like you're saying the N-word. I'm like, well, you're stupid. Knitter starts with a K. Letters are tricky, like gnomes and pterodactyls and the being subtle. Yeah. But no, I'm glad everyone came out tonight. It was kind of tough for me to come out tonight, and I'd like to go ahead and dedicate my performance to two very special people tonight. The first one is the Human Torch, who, if you got your advance copy, passed away today. Otherwise, spoiler alert, the Human Torch died. Goodbye, Johnny Storm. May you ever burn in our hearts. Seems to me you lived your life like a human candle in the wind. I just pray that the Westboro Baptist Church doesn't protest his funeral with signs saying, "Thank God for dead flamers." That's what I'm really hoping for. And, I'd also like to go ahead and dedicate my performance tonight to my dog, who also died this weekend. I didn't realize I had a peanut allergy, but at least he died doing what I love, and that's what really matters. That's not going to do it for me, everyone. I'm Vincent. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and keep the show moving right on along with your next comedian. He's a good friend of mine. It's Mr. Mike Cronin, everybody.